Brett Dawson at Paycom Center. The Thunder beats the Magic here 112-100 tonight. As the score indicates there, not a great offensive night, but the thing that worked for OKC is the thing that works most nights. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was really good. 37 points tonight. He had 6 and 1s that he converted. So plays where he was fouled, making a basket, and made the free throw. Notable that he made the free throw in those situations because making 6, converting 6 and 1s ties an NBA record that dates back to 1997. That's the first year the NBA historically kept play-by-play records. So second time this year that's come up. The Mavericks 30-0 run is the longest charted run in NBA history. That came against the Thunder in an OKC win earlier this season. That also dates back to 1997 because that's a play-by-play stat. So we're very well aware here in Oklahoma City that those stats started in 1997. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said cool to tie that record. He was surprised that somebody like Giannis Antetokounmpo hadn't had more than 6 in a game, but it's 6 conversions, not just 6 attempts. Giannis probably has had more attempts than that. Shaquille O'Neal, lots of guys have probably had more attempts to convert and 1s and just failed to make the free throw. It was the one thing that was really going the Thunder's way, just Shai's ability to get into the lane, create stuff for himself, some shots for other guys as well. Jalen Williams got going in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 16 points after a slow first half. Chet Holmgren got 15 points. He was also much better. I think he had 11 of those. In the third quarter, he was much better in the second half. Not a real big head-to-head showdown between him and Paolo Banchero, who was the number 1 pick in the draft 2 years ago when Chet went number 2. Paolo had a good game, but the Thunder's defense on him was excellent. It was mostly Lou Dort, the most versatile defender on the roster who can guard point guards and guard power forwards. In that case, tonight, a power forward. And they lined up a lot of his minutes with Paolo's. He did a really good job, but the Thunder, more of a team effort than just a Lou Dort one-on-one stoppage. You had Shai guarding Paolo Banchero on some plays. Jalen Williams got his chance, but it was really all about keeping Paolo in space, or out of space, keeping him in a crowd, not giving him a lot of freedom to roam and get open shots. He made some tough shots. OKC really made him work for everything he got. So just a pretty good defensive night from both teams. Really impressive performance, I thought, from the Magic coming in here on the second night of a back-to-back without their full complement of players and really giving the Thunder a push. OKC got up 15, it got up 16, and every time it would build one of those big leads, the Magic found a way to kind of claw back and keep the game competitive. Really impressive stuff from another team, much like the Thunder, that's really young and kind of finding its way this season, trying to find ways to win and not able to do that tonight, but really pushed the Thunder, and I think that was good for them in a lot of ways. Mark Daigneault talked about it after the game. This is a team that wants to be able to win in different ways, and so it is the best three-point shooting team in the NBA, but on nights when those shots aren't falling, they got to find ways to still win games. They did that tonight. They did it with their defense. They did it with kind of grinding out some offensive stuff. Shai creating some shots for himself. Jalen Williams doing that for himself in the fourth quarter. So tonight when a lot of guys couldn't make open shots, those guys really went to work and created stuff, and that's really valuable because as good a system as you run, it's the NBA, and people are going to take your best stuff away from you. You got to have players sometimes who can just go get shots, and those guys are as good at it as anybody in the league, particularly Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who might be better than anybody in the league at doing that. So the Thunder, a good win to cap a very short homestand, and now it's back on the road. 2 games in Los Angeles, then a game in Utah, suddenly one of the hottest teams in the league, and then against the first-place Timberwolves, the team that the Thunder currently tied with in first place atop the Western Conference standings. We'll see where that is on Friday. That's another homecoming, or on Saturday, that's another homecoming for Chet Holmgren. He's been there once before, did not play very well in his first return to his hometown of Minneapolis. They'll retire his jersey at his high school in Minnehaha on Friday night, and then the Thunder will play on Saturday. We'll have a whole lot more this week here on my YouTube page and at selloutcrowd.com, so make sure to check it out.